Video game industries throughout the world, they do sometimes get supported quite a bit by the government that they are in, and that can play a huge role in basically their prosperity and their growth. If they get tax cuts and they get certain funding in certain areas, I mean, it can really help them a lot, obviously. Money's gonna help, obviously. There's no question about that. Well, it turns out in the United Kingdom, the Video Games Council is saying that they have kind of been left behind quite a bit, and when comparing themselves to other countries, they are feeling that the UK government is kind of lacking in their support of the video game industry. So I got all this from gamesindustry.biz. They say UK Video Games Council pushes for further government support. Now they are covering a report by the platform Knowledge, where they basically reported that there was a whole panel at something called Pocket Gamer Connects. Looks like this was just an event that was, connecting video game officials, and I think it was sponsored by Pocket Gamer. And they were the original reporters on this, where basically there was this panel, and a lot of the UK officials that were on this panel, it looks like it was 5 individuals. As we see right here, they were not too happy about the UK government as of recent. One of them was quoted as saying, "Unless something changes, we are going to get left behind." And they talk about like medium-sized companies and even smaller-sized companies in the video game industries versus larger ones, how they are really kind of getting left behind here. It says one of the priorities is the lack of support of the medium-sized companies that go under the radar and yet have functioned in this country for so many years. And they say not all of us are in this industry to grow and scale into massive companies. And that makes sense. Obviously, some game companies, even really successful ones, are not going to turn into AAA game companies. They're gonna just stay maybe indies because that's just how they function more comfortably. And they actually compare themselves to other parts of the world, other countries and their governments. As I said, somebody was quoted as saying the reality of the UK games industry today is we all have the talent, or we have all of the talent, but none of the support that other regions in the world have. So this was kind of interesting. One country they referenced that I looked into a bit is Turkey. And yes, that is true. Turkey, their game industry has actually been doing very, very well recently, like just in recent months. And yes, apparently this is a prime example of the government supporting that industry and that support really paying off. So as of right now, it sounds like a lot of the video game devs and publishers in the UK, they're not too happy with the government, with the apparent support they have gotten from them, or really the lack thereof.